Single poles with solid concrete bases replace 7 collapsed pylons which support high-voltage power lines. Attempts to strip the steel crashed the structures, leaving parts of Pretoria in darkness for over 3 days and halted Ford's production line of 720 vehicles a day.
For a plant that has just introduced a new brand, that brand, the Ford Ranger, is in high demand at this particular time, not just only for the local consumption, but also for the export markets.
Electricity has been reconnected, but clawing back lost production may be a tough task as the industry contends with bigger challenges. Catastrophic floods in KwaZulu-Natal last year and persistent power cuts are taking their toll on vehicle and component production across the entire industry.
You cannot drive and run a furnace that burns, for an example, steel in the manufacturing, for an example, of alloy wheels or any other commodity that we use in our production line. You cannot run those machines through a solar panel electricity. You need the grid to be able to help you to run those furnaces.
The country's woes have dealt a further blow to local parts procurement targets of 60%.
As the industry, we have deliberately taken a decision to promote localization in favor of job creation and making sure that we're able to uplift some of the locally based companies, forcing a lot of manufacturers as well to consider importing some of the components that they are sourcing locally.
2/3 of cars produced here are exported. In the absence of a stable power supply, the automotive sector's hard-earned reputation could be on the line. A lesson to heed from other African players.
The key drive is going to be to ensure that if we are going to be sustainable, that we're competitive. A non-competitive auto industry will never survive in the long term. So it's very important that we add true value in Africa with deep localization.
Africa has big ambitions to scale up vehicle production as the continent prepares to implement the free trade agreement. That will mean large infrastructure and logistics upgrades and improvements to keep pace with global standards. Judy Shara, CGTN, Cape Town, South Africa.